Yo, what's good, fam? Buckle up.
To get to the point of an apology. We had to threaten a lawsuit, Jesse. And by the way, we're still entertaining it. We're talking to some of the best lawyers out there that are experts in this. And as you know, these things can be very complicated. There's a lot of facts and circumstances around it. But we're not going to let this go, because you should not be able to smear 5,000 high school and college kids and then just be able to walk away.
Because we're diving into the hottest TV drama that's got the internet screaming. Picture this: a daytime talk show queen, sitting pretty on her throne, gets hit with a takedown so savage it left her speechless on live TV. We're talking chaos, clapbacks, and a meltdown so wild it makes your group chat after a breakup look like a kiddie pool party. But wait, there's a secret twist at the end that'll make your jaw drop. Who started this fire? Why is everyone buzzing?
Charlie Kirk's the founder and CEO of Turning Point USA and the author of the new book, The College Scam. So, Charlie, do you accept the View's apology?
I mean, regardless of whether or not I accept it, the question is, do our students accept it? That's really what's at heart here. They went after our 5,000 students at our event there, of high school and college kids. And look, I get attacked all the time. People say false things. I'm a public figure. But when you go after 16 and 17-year-olds that travel from across the country, that then have to live for the rest of their life with a shadow over whatever they...
Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and stick with me till the end to find out why this drama's got everyone shook. Let's go. All right, fam, let's rewind the tape and unpack this absolute train wreck of a TV moment that's got X, TikTok, and your mom's WhatsApp group blowing up. We're talking about The Hot Seat, the daytime talk show that's basically The View's wilder cousin. Think less coffee clatch, more cage match with designer heels. At the center of it all, the one, the only, Vanessa Queen V. Vaughn, self-proclaimed guru of truth, shade thrower extraordinaire, and the woman who's been serving hot takes hotter than a Karachi summer since 2015. But oh, honey, even queens can fall, and Vanessa's crown just got knocked off in a way no one saw coming. This wasn't just a bad day at the studio. This was a full-on, 5-alarm, internet-breaking disaster that had producers sweating, fans screaming, and mean lords working overtime. How did we get here? Grab your popcorn, because this story's got more twists than a soap opera, and more shade than a palm tree convention. It all started on a seemingly normal Tuesday episode of The Hot Seat. Vanessa was in her element, perched on her sparkly chair like a peacock in Prada, tossing out opinions like confetti at a wedding. The topic? A viral youth conference called Next Gen Summit, where thousands of high school and college kids gathered to hear from big-name speakers. Sounds wholesome, right? Wrong. Vanessa, in all her infinite wisdom, decided to drop a bombshell claiming, get this, these kids were out here spreading dangerous ideas and stirring chaos. Yup, she went full Karen, painting 5,000 teens as the next big threat to society, all while sipping her latte like she just cracked the Da Vinci Code. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Vanessa didn't just stop at vague shade. She doubled down, throwing out accusations so wild they sounded like they were ripped from a Reddit conspiracy thread. These kids are out here plotting, y'all, she said with the confidence of someone who's never met a fact-checker. The audience gasped. The co-hosts nodded like Bob.
The reason they felt they needed to do that, Jesse, is because if they told their audience the truth, that when gas is the most expensive it's been, flights are super expensive, that 5,000 kids decided to spend a weekend in summer traveling across the country to go hear from conservative speakers, maybe the audience of The View would think twice about all of their ideas. That's why they felt so compelled to try to smear our wonderful summit this last week.
And the internet? Oh, it went off. Enter the chaos catalysts: Jake, the fire starter, Riley, and Sarah, Savage Bennett, two heavy-hitting commentators who don't play when it comes to calling out nonsense. Jake's the founder of Next Gen Summit, a guy who's built a rep for rallying young people with zero... She's a former news anchor turned podcast queen who cuts through BS like a hot knife through butter. Together, they formed a takedown duo so lethal, even Thanos would have taken a sick day. Jake came out swinging first, dropping a 10-minute X thread that read like a courtroom closing argument. Vanessa Vaughn just smeared 5,000 kids who traveled across the country to learn and grow, he wrote. This isn't just a bad take, it's a disgusting attack on the next generation. He didn't stop there. Jake pulled receipts, videos, photos, and testimonials from the summit, showing nothing but motivated teens vibing to speeches about leadership and innovation. The internet ate it up, with hashtag Vanessa Vaughn trending faster than a cat video on TikTok. But if Jake was the sledgehammer, Sarah was the scalpel. She hopped on her podcast, The Truth Bomb, and dissected Vanessa's rant like a biology teacher with a frog. "This isn't just lazy commentary," Sarah said, cool as ice. "It's a pattern. Vanessa's been coasting on her daytime diva status for years, throwing out half-baked takes like they're gospel. She's not informing her audience, she's misleading them." Sarah rolled out a timeline of Vanessa's greatest misses, every questionable rant, every eye-roll-worthy analogy, proving this wasn't a one-off. It was a career slide into irrelevance, and the internet was here for it. By now, the hot seat was in full panic mode. Producers were scrambling.
Well, this Turning Point conference with all the smoke, what are they, smoking something down there? Or it's like, whatever. Anyway, they were out there. They were in the front of out there in front of the conference with anti-Semitic slurs.
Whoa, the drama. Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, threatened to sue The View. And let me tell you, the nonsense that ensued is really something.
Social media managers were deleting tweets faster than you can say PR nightmare. And Vanessa? She went from queen of clapbacks to queen of crickets. But the real kicker? Jake's team at Next Gen Summit didn't just clap back, they threatened to sue. Yup, you heard that right. They lawyered up, ready to drag the hot seat into court for defamation, claiming Vanessa's lies could ruin the reps of thousands of young attendees. And then, the unthinkable happened. Vanessa, the woman who once said, "I never apologize because I'm never wrong," had to eat her words. On the next episode, with the cameras rolling and the audience holding its breath, she issued a correction. Not one, not two, but 4 legal corrections, each one more painful than the last. "I may have misspoken," she mumbled, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. The sass? Gone. The confidence? Vanished. It was like watching a peacock molt on live TV. But let's be real, sorry doesn't cut it when you've thrown 5,000 kids under the bus. Jake and Sarah weren't done. They kept the pressure on, dropping viral clips, podcast episodes, and ex-posts that turned Vanessa's meltdown.
They asked him about that. They asked him about that moment. Watch this, SOT 36.
When the vice president was here, I asked her if she would have done something differently than your administration over the past 4 years. And because of all the successes that your administration had, I think her response was, "There is not a thing that comes to mind." Now, that answer was weaponized against her. And there has been some reporting that you encouraged
down into a cultural moment. Memes flooded the internet. Vanessa's wide-eyed panic face paired with captions like, "When you realize the internet never forgets." TikTok creators went wild, remixing her apology with dramatic music and laser effects. Even your grandma was probably sharing a hot seat meme in her knitting group chat. So, how did a daytime talk show go from must-watch TV to a digital demolition derby? Let's break it down. The hot seat used to be about real talk, conversations that made you think. But somewhere along the line, it turned into a circus of shouting matches, shaky facts, and Vanessa's signature, "I'm right and you're wrong" energy. It's like the show forgot how to listen and decided yelling was a personality trait.